Hey guys, it's Danny. If you've been watching my channel for quite a while now, you might know I plan on switching to totally inorganic media. So today I'll talk about the two main products that I will be using from now on: Seramis and Hydroton clay pellets. Seramis is a relatively new medium introduced to the market and currently only available in Europe. It has an amazing water retention property. It holds its weight in water, and I actually did a test and verified this is true. It also absorbs and distributes water throughout its mass, making it fantastic for hydroponics. It's not going to compact, it's airy, and of course, being that it's inorganic, it will not decompose. You can always sterilize it and reuse it. Hydroton clay pellets are nothing new, but they differ sometimes in size, color, shape, and properties, depending on the brand sometimes. For the main part though, Hydroton is not as water retentive, not as fast as absorbing water as Seramis, and sometimes not that good at distributing water throughout. Depends on environment sometimes. But these pebbles do provide lots of ventilation, and of course they never break down, so you can always reuse them. With both of these media, you will not need to repot every 1 to 3 years due to media breaking down. Both of these materials are well suited for orchids because they are not toxic, they don't alter water quality in a significant way, and never promote an acidic and inappropriate environment for orchid roots. They have pros, but also cons, as the perfect medium is different for each and every one of us. Before anything, it's important to rinse both of these media thoroughly. Both are made from clay in different methods, but clay is not a very tough material. It can crumble easily in transport or by handling. There will always be a fine dust of clay with them that can disturb the root's breathing mechanisms. If you rinse them though, everything should be just fine. Just remember not to inhale the dust. Ventilate your room and don't sit too close when you rinse the material. It's not toxic or anything, but it can irritate your respiratory system slightly. Let's talk a bit more about Seramis. I did quite a lot of experiments in the past with this medium, so feel free to check the description below to see them. Apart from my experiments, I'd like to show you today just how its properties will help me out with my orchids. So I was saying that it holds its weight in water, and it's fast absorbent. How fast? Let's take a dry granule of Seramis and place it on a small pool of water. Within seconds, the granule will absorb the entire pool of water if it's big enough, and distribute it in its entire mass. Working on a larger scale, let's put a container of dry Seramis under a small stream of water and try to saturate it. As you can see, there is no water coming from the bottom. Water will never run freely through the pot until the Seramis is saturated. The wicking strength is greater than gravity pulling down on the water. But let's not go into details about gravity right now. How will this help me? Well, imagine the stream of water comes from a watering can used above the orchid pot. Once I get a sense of what it takes to saturate my pot, I can control the quantity of water I place inside my pot, and then just let it disperse throughout. I will not need to go with my orchids at the sink all the time to properly soak them. I can water them as a normal houseplant, without having water spilt everywhere. This saves time on watering, a lot of time actually. I can control how much water to dose to my orchids, depending on the season. Let's do the same experiment with Hydroton clay. A Hydroton marble will wick some water from the small pool, but not all of it. If I leave it in the pool for some time, it might absorb everything, but not as fast. Let's try with a bigger quantity now. As you can see, the initial quantity of water from the faucet is retained, but after a few seconds, there is water running through my pot. This is because Hydroton is not as fast absorbent. If I would try to water orchids with a watering can from above, I'll make a spill everywhere. However, Hydroton is perfect in a combination with Seramis, as you can better control the saturation level of your pot without compromising all of the Seramis qualities. It also adds great ventilation to your media, especially good for orchids that require loads of air around their roots. So mixing ratios of Hydroton and Seramis will be a personal decision. Environment, pot type and size, lifestyle and type of orchid you have will dictate the ratio and how it should be used. You can opt for watering from above or below, but to better explain all of these things, I'll just make some repottings of different orchids for you in my next videos. By the way, you can visit the description below for links to Seramis. The Seramis bag you find in stores has smaller graded granules. It's not bad at all, but if you are looking for the bigger granules, the ones that I have, you'll find them on the Orchid Top website. Hydroton clay is made by several different brands, so visit your local garden center and see what brands you have in your territory. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Hope you found this interesting and stay tuned for some repottings in the future. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for daily orchid videos, and also feel free to leave me questions, suggestions, or whatever you like to share with me in the comment section below. I always read and respond. If you click on the left side of your screen, you'll be directed to orchidnature.com, where you'll find care sheets, identification sheets, and also you can talk to us in the forum section. And on the right side of your screen, you can click to watch another orchid video. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!